Welcome back. It's November, which means that the flu season is well underway here in North Carolina. Wake County health officials are now encouraging all citizens to get their flu immunizations early so they can be protected, especially during this upcoming holiday season. Joining us to talk about the flu season and how to protect you and your family is Dr. Kimberly McDonald, Medical Director for Wake County Human Services, and Joanne Douglas, Immunization Program Coordinator, also with Wake County Human Services. They're here to tell us why it's so important to get that flu shot as early as possible. Thank you so much for being here. Why is it important to receive the flu immunization now?
Well, because flu is a serious illness and anyone can get the flu. And getting your flu vaccine is the single best way to protect yourself and your family from getting sick.
Why should there be a flu shot taken every year? You hear that all the time. Why is it important to get it yearly?
Well, there are two big reasons. One, the flu virus tends to change pretty rapidly, so the flu vaccine may need to be updated on an annual basis to make sure that we are up to date with the most common and most frequent viruses that we might contract. The other is that immunity wanes over time. So you get your flu vaccine in October, and then by the end of the next year, your immunization has diminished.
Okay, and who should be getting these vaccinations?
Well, everyone 6 months and older should receive the flu vaccine. There are some populations that are at higher risk for complications from influenza and should really make sure that they get vaccinated. And that is kids under 5, especially those under 2, anyone over the age of 65, people with asthma or other respiratory diseases, those with immunocompromised states, people who are pregnant, people who live in long-term care facilities, healthcare workers, and those who have household or close contact with those who are at risk for complications.
Now, of course, there are some of those in the community, many that are at risk and that should get this vaccination, but there are also people that should not receive the flu shot as well?
There are very few instances in which people should not get the flu shot. Those instances are if you have a severe or life-threatening allergic reaction to the flu vaccine or any component of the flu vaccine. If you have severe allergy to eggs, and you would talk to your provider about that because there are some people who, even though they have allergies to eggs, can still receive the flu vaccine, and your provider will know whether or not you can. And also people who develop the paralytic illness Guillain-Barré syndrome after receiving the flu vaccine within about 6 weeks of receipt of the vaccine. Okay. So those are the main exceptions to getting the flu vaccine.
Okay. Joanne, are there any changes to this year's flu vaccine?
Yes, there are, Eric. As Dr. McDonald mentioned, the flu vaccine changes every year, so the strains change, and the manufacturers are trying to predict what will be the circulating strains in the community. And we have quite a few manufacturers that are producing flu vaccines, so there's a lot of choice for consumers. We have the traditional shot in the arm. You know, we have a 3-strain and a 4-strain vaccine now, 2A and 1B, and then the 4th-strain has 2 A strains and 2 B strains. Flu mist, intranasal for people that are medically eligible and between the ages of 2 and 49, that goes up each nostril. We have high-dose flu for our seniors who are 65 years and older, and that has a little more of the ingredient that will help them to get a better immune response. All of these vaccine products will give you protection for the entire flu season. So that's why we say to get vaccinated early as possible, and it will take you right through to, as I mentioned, the end of April and possibly in May. But you should ask your provider which vaccine type is right for you.
There's one question that I think can be dispelled as a myth. A lot of folks say, I don't want to get the flu shot because soon after I get the shot, I get sick. Is that true?
No, it's not. The injectable flu vaccine variety is a killed virus, so it can't give you illness. The flu mist is a live virus vaccine, so people may feel a little more side effects than they would from the injectable, maybe a little bit of achiness or light cold symptoms or something like that, but they're not going to be transmitting the flu illness to you through immunization.
Okay, now we got that out of the way. Where can people receive the flu vaccination?
We have a lot of opportunity in the community to receive flu immunization. In addition to your provider, you can go to your local pharmacy, urgent cares. We have retail locations like Target and Walmart that are still offering flu vaccine again this year, and your local health department. So at Wake County Human Services, we're offering flu immunization at all of our clinical sites, including those in the outlying areas, Zebulon, Wake Forest, and Fuquay. At our public health center at 10 Sunnybrook Road, we have walk-in flu clinics every Thursday in Clinic E from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. right through the holidays.
Okay, and for those that may not have had a chance to get a pen and pencil to write all that information down, where can they find this information?
Well, they can find the information at wakegov.com. So we're putting that out there as a good source of information for everyone that's hearing this, that if you go to the search box and you type flu, FLU, in the search box, that you're going to find out all the information about clinic locations, dates and times, phone numbers where you can call to make an appointment. You can get information about the flu vaccines themselves, tips on preventing the flu disease, and a whole host of other pieces of information that I think would be helpful for citizens.
Okay, great information. Joanne Douglas, Dr. Kim McDonald with Wake County Human Services, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
When we return, we'll talk about the newest open space property now available for citizens to enjoy. Stay tuned.